one, the only, the local funny guy. Smash Entertainz.
Welcome everybody, welcome.
Right, so let's get down to it. Smash Entertainz, where did that name come from?
Wait. Okay, Smash came from what? I used to MC when I was younger.
Okay.
So the guys I used to MC with, one of them, obviously I ain't gonna go on as MC my government name. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
one of them was like, oh, I got a name for you, and he's like, yo, Smash. You know what I mean? Like, and I was about 15 at the time, so I was like, that's a decent MC name. And that was over 10 years ago, that was like 11 years ago, you know. I was about 15, so yeah, man, and the name just stuck. Oh no, wait, 10 years ago. So yeah, so because the name stuck, I was like, yeah, that's my MC name, but then it just turned into a name anyway.
Yeah.
So even though I don't MC no more and I'm doing every other piece of entertainment, whether it be acting, comedy or whatever, Smash just works.
Just what it is.
The Entertainz bit, because originally it was just Smash. Entertainz came from, you see that CHÉY songs, it's got the Z at the end of his name.
Yeah.
And my partner at the time, she used to love off CHÉY songs, so I'm like, oh, bunch. She said, yo, yeah, I'll put a Z at the end, Entertainz. Yeah. I actually did it as a joke, and then that stuck, and I thought, social media, everything Smash Entertainz.
Yeah.
And then I got my own little slogan, and I was like, why are you called Smash Entertainz? Because Smash Entertain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, the name just stuck, and I've made the name what it is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
No, that's good.
yeah, that's it. Really.
That's good. So like, alright, let's before Smash Entertainz, tell us like what made you who you are today. So like,
Well, my mum and my dad one night. I don't want to go into all the details, guys. What made Smash Entertainz what it is today? I've always been a bit of a joker.
okay.
You know what I mean? I'm sure you remember. If
Yes.
those don't know, we're cousins. Did you want me to buy out our business? Or?
I know you've done it already, so it's alright.
Yeah. So I've always just been the class clown, family just there. You know what I mean? Just that guy. But I never thought entertainment at all. I was just always just being that guy. With entertainment now, I'd always kind of been around it anyway. You know what I mean?
Okay.
My dad being a singer, just obviously our family in general. Remember, one of our uncles was on Stars in the Rise.
Stars in your eyes. Oh, don't even.
Yeah. But entertainment's always been around, so it's probably inevitable. So where I started now, one of my cousins he's on the entertainment scene. He puts on events and so forth. He used to put on a poetry event.
Okay.
And I was like, just, you know what I mean? I go there and just, you know what I mean, kind of be there and randomly just write random poems and just, you know what I mean, just do it and everyone will laugh, find it funny. And then over time now, people started enjoying what I did, and then I got contacted by a talent show, and they asked me if I want to go on their event, which was 2007 at the time, because the talent show was called Talent 2007.
Oh wow.
So imagine they saw me on a Tuesday at my cousin's event. On that same Tuesday, they asked, "Yo, would you like to be in a competition?" And they asked me to be in the lyrical section. At that time, I sang though.
Oh, okay.
So obviously singing was my main thing. So when they've asked me if I want to be in the lyrical section, I'm like, I'm more of a lyricist though. I mean, I'm more of a singer also.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. Wrote a poem on the Wednesday, and then went to the audition on the Wednesday. Made it. Obviously, they're like, yeah, you were definitely wanting on the show. Memorized the poem on the Thursday, went to the competition on the Friday, and won. You know what I mean? So
it happens.
you know what I mean? Just another day at work.
It happens.
The MCing, of course, I used to MC, so there was that. Then there was talent, just always talent shows, and I was always there and I always done well. You know what I mean? Everyone really enjoyed whatever I did, and then people started asking me to host events. So say someone was putting on an event for their dancers or something, they'd ask, "Oh, could you host it?" And I'd be like, go on then. And then anytime I was hosting, naturally I'd have people laughing. So then people started classing me as a comedian. But that that time, I didn't consider myself a comedian. I just, okay, if you laugh, you laugh, but I didn't say I'm a comedian. Then I eventually started putting on my own shows. So there was a show called Smash's Views, and that was literally just to promote local talent and local businesses. There's a lot of talent shows that mainly focus on who's already doing stuff, whereas with me, I wanted to focus on who wants the platform, who people don't know of.
Okay, so like promoting up and coming.
Yeah, basically. So I put that show on, and contacted people that were doing their thing, that wanted a bit more of a platform and just an event that people could go to and enjoy themselves. And I'd done that. Everyone enjoyed that. That was good. And again, people, I didn't know he was a comedian. At that time, I still didn't consider myself a comedian. Yeah, local talent, local businesses, and just making an event that people could come to and enjoy themselves. And I want to rewind a little bit because earlier on I said I've been called Smash for over 10 years. It's actually been over 20. I forgot how old I was. You know what I mean? It was actually over 20. I was called Smash when I was 15 and I'm 35 now. So in my head, I don't know. I was 25. Yeah. I was 25 for a bit.
I was like, let me just run with that.
Yeah. When I thought back and I remember hearing 10 years of it, I was like, wait, there's something ain't right. But yeah, so started putting on my own shows. And then I went on an event management course during the time that I was starting to do events because I thought if there's more I can learn, then why not?
Okay, yeah.
And part of our work experience was going on to a show and just helping behind the scenes. And the show was the Real Deal Comedy Jam. So,
I swear.
Yeah. So
imagine that, your work experience and you doing that, You
understand? So it's like that was a Birmingham-based comedy event that used to take place with obviously all the top names in comedy that you can imagine, like the Richard Blackwoods, the Kane Browns, the Slims, all of them kind of people. And
how old was you at this time?
At this time, I was 24 when I was doing I was 23 when I started doing my own events. Then 24 when I started doing the event management course. No, I'm lying. I did the event management course when I was. Right, I was even that. My whole life is just a blur. I did the event management. No, I started doing my own events when I was 23. I did the event management course when I was 24 actually. I was 24.
Okay.
And then when I was on the course and did the Real Deal Comedy Jam, I was looking at them on stage doing their comedy. I'm like, I could do that, you know what I mean? Yeah. These guys, that's it. That's people find. Say no more. Left it a little while, and then I remember going to another one of their shows later on down the line, months down the line, and seeing one of the promoters and saying, "Yo, you ever had a Birmingham comedian on your show?" And he's like, "Nah." Now the maddest thing is they're all the promoters are West Midlands based.
Yeah.
Every comedian they've had has either been from London or overseas, because they've even had the likes of Kevin Hart, Bill Bellamy.
Like big names in there.
Names. Maybe obviously not like Kevin Hart now, but early days when you know what I mean, when anyone could afford him.
Yeah.
But I just said to him, I'll be the first Birmingham comedian on your show. I didn't say let me go on your show or let me go on that show. I just said, just let you know, I'll be the first Birmingham one. I said that with confidence because there were no others. You know what I mean? And they must have gone on to my profile on my social media and looked at the fact that I did shows and obviously more than one, and people were coming back. Yeah. So they reached out to me and said, "Yo, you saying you wanna do the show?" And that was Christmas 2012. No, Christmas 2011. So when I did that show, I was so nervous. I've been on stage and hosted many times, nothing, but this time it's like, I have to make people laugh now. Before it's like I could just host, the next performer, blah, blah, blah. But then now I have no choice but to make them laugh. Yeah,
to make an impression and that. Yeah. Being the first.
No, and you know what? I didn't even think about it being the first Birmingham, being anything. I just thought I have to go and make them laugh. Like that's my objective up there. Not maybe. I have to. But when I did it, I remember scripting my jokes so to the T that it was like when I was performing it, I was literally just reciting everything I'd rehearsed like a robot.
Okay.
I even took into account people are gonna laugh there. So I did a joke and people would laugh. Like, it's like I knew what was gonna happen, but I weren't able to take it in and enjoy it. I weren't even observing like, wow, they're finding me funny. It's like when I scripted this, it's like they're gonna laugh there. On cue, right? Next joke, and then I did the whole set, and obviously I killed it. But because I was just literally performing what I'd rehearsed, I wasn't able to take it in. But after that one, it was a tour, so it was Birmingham, Nottingham, and Bristol. Originally, I was only supposed to do the Birmingham one. But then they were like, nah, you killed it. You're coming on the whole tour. So now I went on the whole tour. I was able to actually do the set and then observe like, rah, I'm alright, you know. Then after that, carried on doing the comedy, carried on doing my own events, and yeah, just that's where Smash kind of began-ish, kind of, you know what I mean? Like I was already there, but then that's where the comedy Smash Entertainz, the comedian Smash Entertainz was emerged. But yeah.
So like, dead or alive at the moment, like who is your idol?
I have no idol.
Do you know?
No.
Don't look up to like comedians or.
Okay. I do look up to Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, he's funny. What's funny kind of stuff?
Dave Chappelle.
Okay, yeah.
And I know a lot of people probably think this is cliche, but Richard Pryor.
Okay, yeah.
He's hilarious. You know what I mean? And who else? I don't know. And Chris Rock at some stage. Chris Rock was my favourite. But
why that? Do you like their style of comedy? Do you like how they portray themselves?
With Bernie Mac, he just says anything. You know what I mean?
He's raw.
He's raw, but at the same time, he knows how to not offend you. You know what I mean? But bring you in, make you feel like you're a part of the joke, and he's just as real as he is. You know what I mean? And it just like that old school.
Yeah.
That raw energy, like the uncle that I want to go to the uncle's house, you know, because he's always got some funny stories. Dave Chappelle, I've always admired his comedy because he had done it from such a psychological genius perspective. A lot of people really overlook some of the jokes that he cracks. But it's like I could see it from the angle. I remember him saying something in one of his comedy shows, but no one clocked onto it, and it's like, where he said, being as intelligent as I am, I feel like I'm really looking at things from like another perspective, but no one clocked it. And I remember like listening to his jokes and hearing the depth of what he's talking about. And there's always some lesson in his jokes. His jokes are never just to make you laugh, they're to make you think. But he knows how to make them funny to make you laugh. Where if you got any sense, you'll be like, You know what I mean? Because his last few specials have been quite a bit of politics in regards to his last one and so forth. But if you look at his journey, he's always questioning, he's always showing, and he's always educating in one way or another, but always making you laugh in the process. So his jokes is the intelligence, that's one thing I can admire. And on top of that, his comedy peers, people around him, highly respect him as well. Who else was there? Chris Rock. He came from a very political view.
I wouldn't even have thought that, you know.
Yeah, if you watch some of his comedy, like even when he talks about politics and presidents and the society, a lot of things, like he's a very intelligent man. And a few of his comedies, I remember just watching them when I was younger, and they just had me in bits. Who was the other one? Richard Pryor. That's just Richard Pryor. You know what I mean?
He's funny.
Like he can crack jokes about something, and you'd be like, alright, where's this going? Like, I remember him talking about one time when he disrespected his dad, and his dad punched him in the chest, and just so he wouldn't get another one. Like he said, the fist embedded in his chest, and just so he wouldn't get another one, he made his chest hold the fist. See, when his dad just moved around, he's following the fist. But he's not the comedy godfather for nothing. You know what I mean? Like he's funny. If you go and watch any of his specials, you're guaranteed to laugh. And the thing is, there's quite a few that I can sit down and watch and enjoy, but they rank amongst my favourites.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So, like, you know when you said you done your work experience, done a real deal comedy jam, within the entertainment industry, whether it's from Birmingham, Manchester, London, do they embrace new and up and coming talent? Is there a door for you like to be like, yeah, come on, or is it just
In all honesty,
one at a time?
I've never looked for it. I never came into the game thinking, I hope I can get help now.
Yeah.
Ever. I literally did everything off my own back. Like, not to say I've never received help.
Yeah.
But as I said, when I went on to Real Deal Comedy Jam, I didn't ask them if I could be on the show. I told them.
Okay, yeah.
So when they put me on the show, they weren't doing me a favour. Because even I asked them, I said, what made you gamble? And he's like, I didn't gamble. I looked on your social media and saw that you were doing your stuff. And people were coming back, so it weren't a gamble to me. You know what I mean? I was put you on stage. And the way the game works, a lot of people go into it believing that there's a sense of entitlement, like I'm from Brum and you're from Brum, so you need to bring me through, or I'm up and coming, why won't you bring me through?
Yeah.
It's the wrong mentality to go into it with, because if you start depending on people, you grow accustomed to depending on people. You're only ever going to be able to depend on people.
That's true.
And that's not to say that you can't, or there's nothing that you can't ask for help or anything like that, but it's like I condition myself to not from the start. And you know, a lot of people would be like, it's ignorant, it's stubborn, such and such. But it's like, if I'm going to make the mistakes I'm going to make, I'd rather make them first hand.
Yeah.
I don't want to be let down and that be one of the mistakes I learn. I'd rather make all the mistakes so that way someone lets me down. I already have experience in this field for you to not help. Like, when I used to do my own shows, I used to promote them myself. I used to design my own flyers. I used to sort out the organising, book the artists, all that kind of stuff. Everything off my own back. The ideas and how I wanted the show to run, me organising everything. People were like, but you need to ask for help, you need to ask for help. And I'm saying to them, if I get people to help in that area and I don't know how that area works or that area works, how can I ask for the help and ask you to help in that area and you ain't got a clue either?
Yeah.
Because then I'm going to have to end up going over there anyway. You know what I mean? So, and that's just one area, and I always just prided myself on, if I'm going to make a mistake, I'm going to make it now. So as for, again, the industry embracing this, that, the other, the industry embraces who is embraceable. Okay. You know what I mean? So if you're an up-and-coming artist and you're just okay, chances are you're not going to get embraced by the industry because you're just okay. Yeah. You know, and people have got that mentality, watch when I make it, you're going to want me. Like, of course, that's common sense. You know what I mean? If you're not made it, why would anyone want you? It's like, if that food don't look nice on that table, are you going to eat it? But then someone comes and neatens it up. Now you're like, oh, now it looks presentable, you're going to want to eat it. Now, but the food's going to be like, nah, don't eat me now. You didn't want me when I look messy. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make no sense. Of course, no one wanted you when you were when you weren't something. So and the thing is, I do understand. Like, there's nothing wrong with helping and giving people opportunities and so forth. But don't feel like you're entitled to it. Yeah. I've never felt entitled to any opportunity or anything. I'm allergic to handouts. I don't want anyone to do me any favors. I do not want any favors. You know what I mean? If someone has to say, hey, put Smash on your show, man. Yeah. If that promoter didn't see me and want me on their show in the first place, then there's either they don't like me or they haven't seen me do my thing yet. It's as simple as that. Yeah. And if they don't like me, I don't want to be on their show. If they haven't seen me do my thing yet, what entitlement do I have to their show? So, I'm probably the wrong person to ask about whether the industry embraced me or not, because they embraced me when I was doing my thing. Okay. Everyone enjoyed what I did anyway. I didn't want anyone to follow what I did based on me wanting their support. I don't want you to support me. I want you to come and enjoy yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of people used to feel like they're doing me a favour by coming to the show. Nah, don't do that. If you come to the show, come to the show. Don't come to the show because you want to make me happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Come to the show for you to be happy. And as an entertainer, I take a lot of pride in me being the one that delivers the good time to everybody else. Okay. Some people go into the game with the wrong mindset, like, I'm trying to do something good, why don't you just enjoy? Yeah. No one has to feel obliged to like you. You know what I mean? You do your thing. If people like it, then you're doing it right. Keep doing it. If you're not being liked, then clearly you're doing something wrong. You know what I mean? Definitely. And sometimes it's not even a case of you doing something wrong, because the talent could all be there. you just don't know how to market yourself.
Yeah.
You don't know how to put yourself in front of the right people. You lack consistency. You lack drive, and you could be the best talent ever. But if only this one person in your family know this one person in your family ain't gonna boss you.
That's what I was gonna say. Like my next question, like social media. Do you think? Because obviously some people say, yeah, it helps me out, and some people, it hinders me or whatever. Like I don't know how to market myself. I don't know how to put myself out there. Like how do you use social media for your advantage?
I'm part of the generation that was doing entertainment before social media was the thing.
Yeah.
So I was already doing talent shows. I was already doing my thing. So it's word of mouth. I was getting bookings based on people seeing me doing my thing, or based on someone saying, "Yo, Smash is funny."
Yeah.
So I'm still a part of that generation where it's like, oh, social media. Oh, yeah, I guess I gotta use it. It does help a lot, but it can be a burden and a benefit at the same time.
Okay.
So it can benefit you. For example, Mo Gilligan.
Okay, yeah.
He's a part of the generation that was doing stage shows before social media did its thing. So he already had stage presence, and then he's done the social media thing, brought him to a next level. So now him going on stage in front of people, that's light work. He's been doing that.
Yeah.
But then you've got like Munya Chihuahua.
Yeah, it's funny.
Now, social media wise, look, prior to social media, no one knew who he was. But he's killing it on social media. But then when he was hosting, was it the Mobos or some? He hosted one of them awards, and then people were obviously criticising, like, he wasn't as funny as I thought he'd be. He's not gonna be because he didn't have the stage presence prior. Yeah. Not to say that he didn't do a good job, but people have automatically got an expectation of him because he's money. You know what I mean? Now, stage and camera are two different things. The camera, I can stop that and start again. Yeah, you can edit it and stuff. You understand? Stage, you can't rerun. So, him doing stage and doing as well as he did is still commendable. Him not doing as well as Mo is understandable. Because Mo had the stage presence before. Munya's learning it now.
And there's growth as well.
You understand? So, where I say social media can hinder you, it's a world within itself. You know what I mean? You can get lost in that world, and the love that you get from that world, it's based on people's thumb tapping. You know what I mean? In regards to getting the love face to face and doing what you do on stage face to face. I've seen loads of social media personalities go on stage and not do as well as the people who have been on stage already. Yeah. And not that it's a bad thing. Everyone starts somewhere. The only bad thing I could say, if it's a bad thing, is that a lot of people expect this from you. If you went on stage first time and no one knows who you are and you do a bad job, so go in it. Like, no one ain't gonna remember your name. But if you're Mr. Camera Guy and you got 100,000 and, you know what I mean, followers, and then you go on stage and you just do, for starters, everyone's always expecting you to do this, even though you're only capable of this. Yeah. Whereas if you weren't Mr. Camera Guy with 100,000 followers, no one's got any expectations of you, so they're not even going to be judging you if you only get this much. They're just going to be like, well, this guy's trying to ting. You know what I mean? But as I said, it's a world within itself, and I'm still trying to, like, and right about now, it's necessary, because unless your name is highly ranked outside of social media, you need social media. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, because nowadays it's the numbers that are getting the people to come to the audience. Yeah. If someone's gonna book comedy wise, I've let's say me and Munya, social media wise, he's the, you know what I mean, the top down. Stage presence wise, I've definitely got more experience. Who they're gonna book? Yeah. You understand? They're gonna book him because he's gonna get the numbers. And it's completely understandable, regardless of how much experience I feel I've got, or regardless of how much better I believe I do. It doesn't mean nothing. In the grand scheme of things, when a promoter just thinks, I want to make money.
And it's sad, you know, because you do lose, like, real talent, and real talent sometimes don't get the recognition or the stage time because of social media and the numbers.
But this is the thing, you can look at it in more than one way. If you limit yourself, like I said, social media is our world. Yeah. It's not the whole world. If you limit yourself to what you can't do because social media, you're never meant for this. You know what I mean? Yeah. As I said, I was doing this before social media. This is before WhatsApp. So when I was doing a show, I'm sending texts to everybody. You know what I mean?
It's like those 3 lines and it's like 2 messages, 3 messages.
Read more.
Read more.
And then people even replying, you know the messages, reply stop if you want me to not say. People replying stop, you know, I'm like, yo, this ain't automated, this is just me. And so it's like, if you're not willing to do the groundwork, then you basically go get a 9 to 5. I've done that groundwork. Like I said, I was 23 and I made that choice, and I'm saying I worked my weekends, I was studying, my little wages, I booked a venue, phoned everybody, went onto my laptop, designed the flyer, phoned around, who knows, a ticket printer, printed the tickets, ran around, sold them myself. There were no online tickets or nothing like that. I'm doing everything by hand. If you want it, you'll do it. So. And
do you feel that's better? Like, well, it sounds like it's better and it's beneficial in the sense of, obviously, one, you said not relying on anyone. Knowing you can put on a show yourself.
Yeah, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than being able to do stuff yourself, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with getting help either. If I was an entertainer and I had no clue how to use social media, I'm gonna try and ask someone who does. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm trying to do this social media thing. If I've got this amazing talent, I need to put it to use. So let me just, hey, you ain't good on YouTube, you ain't good on Instagram. Do me a favor then. Show me how to. You know what I mean? Either learn how to do it yourself or get someone to do it for you. You know how much people don't even manage their social media pages?
Yeah, it's mad.
You understand? But they're doing great.
Yeah.
Someone manages it for them and they just pay that person. I don't know how to do it, so what am I doing it for?
Yeah.
I just give it to someone, give them my password, make them log in, send them a few pictures or something that I've got, or you know what I mean? Or even advice. There's nothing wrong with asking for advice. If someone says, yo, you need some new pictures, get some new pictures. If you're not thinking to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ask these people for help. There's loads of things that I know I need. I don't need the advice. It's just me going and doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm my own burden.
So
you know what I mean? I'd rather be that way.
And some people are, you know, like, do you have a manager?
No.
Would you want a manager? Like,
not right now. The reason being is because I'm so talented.
Yeah. Or like an assistant.
No, because I'd like to get on top of everything I'm doing in order for me to know what I'd be allocating for them. You know what I mean? And I like my own time so much. If a manager's like, yo, on Thursday we gotta go, boy. I didn't even plan on moving Thursday, you know. Because another thing as well with entertainment, this is something I'd have to stress to anybody that's going into that world. I would highly advise not to go into that world unless you like who you are outside of entertainment.
Okay.
And that's a big thing. Now, let's say my name's Derek. Yeah, my name's Derek. I don't know. Let's say my name's Derek. Derek is not Smash.
Yeah.
Derek is who I am. Smash Entertainz is what I do.
Okay.
You understand? It's about knowing how to separate who you are from what you do. Now, a lot of the time, not I'm saying a lot of the time, but a fair amount of the time, entertainers or people that are in the industry are not happy with them be the Derek. You know what I mean? Them.
Yeah.
And they want to accomplish certain things in order for them to be acknowledged, admired, adored. The validation is all external. Now, the bad thing about that is your sanity then depends on the people.
Yeah.
It's not yours. So as long as the people like you, you're alright. If the public ever turn against you, you're shafted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, I like to take pride in the fact that I love my life so much, I'm not willing to sacrifice or compromise any part of me as Derek in order to achieve this. If I'm going to achieve this, it's going to be on talent alone. I don't want to compromise my sanity. I don't want to compromise time with my family. I don't want to compromise anything that my Derek life is nice about in order to achieve this. If I can't achieve this by just being talented, then it's not worth my sanity as Derek. But a lot of people will, yeah man, if you want to make it in the game, you got to make sacrifices. You got to compromise. You got to do all that. Sacrifice ain't a nice word.
Yeah.
Compromise ain't a nice word. Why can't I just be?
Yeah.
And I can say, I'm not gonna say I'm famous. I'm this, that, the other. But I got to where I am by being able to be. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are, how come you're on TV? You could be doing so much. I see this talent, and I believe them. It's very true. I could be doing 1,000,000 times better than what I'm doing, but at what cost?
Yeah.
You understand? I've seen people go London and they're achieving this, that, the other. If I go London, I can't get to the school run. I like the school run. I like seeing most. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I go London or this place or that place, I can't do the bedtimes. You know what I mean? Like, I value my life as me, and I enjoy what I do.
Okay.
So I make sure that there's a positive about both of them.
Yeah.
I don't ever want my entertainment to hinder my personal life, and I don't want my personal life to feel like it's hindering what I could be doing. So I make peace with everything in regards to who I am, and then in regards to what I do, I make sure I just get it done when I can. I don't gamble my sanity on it. It's not.
I think nowadays as well, people just want instant fame.
Of course, when you look everywhere,
they just want that quick.
Listen, the journey I'm on is to humble myself, and even I get caught up sometimes. And this you's just opening toys. I'm making millions. Let me go open some flipping pack of condoms or something, show people. You know what I mean? Like, I need to do something. And it's easy to get caught up and think, I need to do more. But it's like, no, you don't. You're programmed to believe you're supposed to be doing this because they make it look, they glorify it.
Yeah.
Now, again, this isn't me saying, don't follow your dream and be an entertainer. Just make sure the foundation of your dream is based on you just wanting to entertain and enjoy it, rather than you desiring a life that just looks good on someone else.
Yeah.
Because what people don't understand is, unless you're happy within yourself, you're never going to be happy anyway.
So at your shows, have you ever had a bad show?
Yes.
Is it a bad show that you think is bad, or someone told you it's bad, or both? I want to hear the
I know when I've had a bad show.
How?
You see, like, even if the audience laugh but they ain't bossing up, to me that's a bad show.
Oh really?
Yeah, I know the difference. It's one of them ones like, I'm probably spoiled. You know what I mean? Because I'm used to getting such a reaction because I'm that good.
Yeah.
So if I have a bad day or it's the wrong audience or, you know what I mean, there's something that don't sync well, I feel like, that wasn't a great show. Everyone goes, nah. The second song comes over, but I thought it was good. It was definitely a bad show. No one has to do that. You know what I mean? And there's a trust me, if someone has to come over like, I found you funny.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Thank you for clarifying. But when you've had a good show, you know you've had a good show because oh my God, you know. But the same, even besides the audience and what love the show after, you know, you can hear them. They're there. They're popping up in front of you. Like there's no denying it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't see a bad show as an experience where it's like, oh God. I just see it as I need to know how to get that audience now.
Yeah.
Or I need to make sure I don't have a bad day again. I've done a show where I lost my voice, and that's the early days of my career where I used to like involve singing in my set.
Yeah.
And me losing my voice was a big knock because it's like that's like 80% of what I was gonna deliver. So I had to switch it up, but I didn't have a great deal of material to switch up with. So it was just an alright set.
Yeah.
So then that's what made me level up and say, you know what, if my voice ever goes again, I need to make sure I got something there. And I definitely compensated for that. I remember another time I got booked here for a football club. We're all white, middle-aged men. Yeah. Some young, you know what I mean? I ain't got nothing in common with, you know what I mean? At the same time, this is the early days of my career. And at first I thought maybe because they're middle-aged white men, why I don't know how to make them laugh because it went bad. But they started talking amongst themselves while I was cracking the joke.
Oh wow!
I didn't mind. I'm looking like I ain't never gonna see these people again. But then at the same time, it happened with the same with a man them kind of thing. Black, you know what I mean? Black people say it's like I don't know how to do certain events in a certain way. Not to say it can't be done. It's just I hadn't got there yet. Yeah. So because that's why I experienced in the early days, it's the best time for me to experience it. Other than that, no.
Like, have you been heckled? Because you know when you say, "Boo, get off the stage."
Nah.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Nah. I wouldn't take that serious now. You say?
Just dive in there.
You know what I mean? Just to give someone a good show. You know what I mean? Like if I did bad up here, I'm gonna do better down there. So calm. I got hands.
So like, obviously, I know some comedians. Obviously, they script it so just to know what they're gonna say and stuff. So what if you've got your piece, you know what you're gonna say, but it's not hitting the audience.
You gotta switch up because I've had a show like that as well. I remember grown black people. This was upfront comedy, and this is when I not long started off. So you can imagine my jokes like, yeah man, this girl was sucking my dick and so imagine I'm 25. I look younger than 25. These grown people that I would look at and say hello uncle, hello auntie. Yeah. I'm cracking jokes about sex, and I could just sit and just. You know, you can see on their face, I'm just feeling judged. And then the people that are my age now, they're at the tables, but they're like snickering, but they ain't laughing loud because they're probably at the table with their mum. You know what I mean? So I could just see that, okay, this ain't going well. So then I switched it up to something that everyone could be kind of familiar with, like beating your kids. You know what I mean? Because everyone's either been beaten or beating their kids. Yeah. So then when I switched up to something that was more everyone kind of joke, and not even so much an everyone kind of joke, even the sex ones, it was just basically, it was just uncomfortable, like, you ain't gonna have sex conversations in front of someone who's a grown person to you. So when I switched up to something that everyone was more familiar with and everyone could laugh at whatever age group you are, that's when it started, you know what I mean, going more in my favour. So every time I've had a show like that, I have learnt from it because I've had to know how to captivate every kind of audience, whether it be, because a lot of people think people in the audience is just people. Yeah. I don't know why I don't see it the same as that. If there's black people my age, you get one reaction. Grown black people, and I do the same kind of jokes, you get another reaction. If it's white people, same kind of joke, another reaction. You know what I mean? Whether it be good, bad, or whatever, either way, I need to know how to tailor make my material for everyone. Or not even so much tailor make it, it's knowing how to manage your craft so well that I can deliver this concept, this subject, this way, and every type of audience will laugh. Okay. A lot. When I started off, my jokes were for black people my generation. Yeah. They weren't for everybody. But then I started like my variety of jokes were getting better, and obviously different colours and culture. It comes with growth and storytelling, experience, and stuff like that. Exactly. So over time, now it's like, okay, I know that joke will make everybody in this room laugh no matter what. Yeah. You know what I mean? Regardless of what age you are, what colour you are, this, that, the other. And that's kind of like the best place that you want to be. You want to be able to make every human laugh. You know what I mean? It's not a black joke, it's not a white joke. It is a human joke. Yeah. So yeah, I've the handful of not great shows that I've had, I've learnt from them, but I've never been heckled and booed and stuff. The boo that I can say I've been booed is not like a boo get off the stage. It's like me dissing weave and then like, oh boo. You know what I mean? It's like, you're wearing weave. But
don't attack me.
Yeah. Enough people feel attacked. But other than that, nah.
So like, obviously going back to social media, you do your little, what would you call them?
Skits or the live?
I mean, your skits. The one skit that I absolutely love is the Kermit the Frog one.
And you know what? That is one of my...
When he's literally just out of nowhere, push you off.
You know, that is one of my early sketches, you know, and that... I remember when I did that one, I put that on Facebook, and I showed like over 500,000 views. You know what I mean? That one did really well.
Funny. And the Pikachu one as well.
Yeah. The FaceTime conversation. And that was me transitioning into knowing how to manage the social media thing and scripting stuff online and just editing. You know what I mean? That's where you have to tap into the next talent. So now I can edit, I can film, I can do all that kind of stuff. But anyone that wants to enter this new age of social media, they have to know how to do it, or they have to have someone on their team that can do it. Yeah. So the skits are still there.
They're just funny, but with your obviously social media as well, not your skits, but your debate videos. So like you live.
Yeah. That's when
you ask a question, you get answers, and
Yeah, so my Instagram lives, I used to make it so that people could ask me questions and I give my views on it.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to keep the whole Smash's views thing going, because that's what I started off with. But eventually it turned into me just telling stories. You know what I mean? Because asking people questions, that's all good and everything, but then sometimes I'm like, yo, let me just let the people get to know who I am. You know what I mean? Tell them about some of the stuff I did in my life.
So it's obviously stories. Your stories?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of people may watching, but like, that ain't real. Or it's all real.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Or real. But obviously, I make the stories sound funny.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're still real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I explained what I was thinking at the time and I make that funny, it's still real.
Yeah, because you're doing a lot through COVID as well.
Through COVID, I didn't do a great deal. Not the first lockdown. The first lockdown. Nothing. But towards the end of that year, that's when I'm like, you know, let me start doing a little something, and people are enjoying it.
Yeah.
People are enjoying the slackness, you know what I mean? And it's taught slackness, the numbers of people, when I started talking like sensible stuff, the numbers went lower. I'm like, right.
Some people wanted it.
I know what you people want. Yeah.
People want the rawness and it's funny.
No, but it's end of the day, social media is for the people.
Yeah.
I'll never feel a way over what they do like and what they don't like, because it's up to them. I don't go on anyone's lives. If I go on, it's because I feel like it. So no one has to feel obliged to watch anything that I do. And which just comes back to what I said at the beginning.
Yeah.
No one owes you anything. You know what I mean? You want to be an entertainer. No one owes you a thing. The only time people owe you something is when they're asking you for it.
Yeah.
If they ask you for something, they'll pay me.
It's true.
You know what I mean? But other than that, just be comfortable with yourself, enjoy what you do, and make sure the foundation of it is from a humble foundation.
And before we wrap up, if you wasn't doing what you're doing now with the hosting, the comedic side, the entertainer, what would you be doing?
Depends. Selling coke.
For a second, I actually thought it's going to be serious, you know.
Maybe weed. I honestly don't know. I've never imagined anything I could do outside of entertainment, because I knew I was just going to do. I know I've never wanted to work for anybody.
Okay.
So whatever I would be able to do to not have to work for anyone, I'd be doing that.
It.
You understand? So entertainment just so happens to be what I enjoy, what people enjoy, and what enables me to not have to work for nobody.
And continue, because you are hilarious. Not just saying that, I'm not biased.
And you continue as well. I'm thankful that you had me on this podcast. Thank you for having me. Are you wrapping up right now?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, yeah, I'm done.
And yes, everyone, stay locked into, what's it called again?
Oh wow.
You only said it on the intro. Who's
Conversations.
talking?
Conversations.
Yeah. Conversations. I was gonna say, look who's talking. Conversations with Keep It Going. You know what I mean? Gotta be good with family. That's why it's the name of it. You know what I mean? It's the level of familiarity. And that's another thing I want everyone to know. You know, when people do entertainment, they always say the people closest to them don't support them. It's not that they don't support you, it's the familiarity.
Okay, yeah.
So don't ever take it offensive, because I can honestly say, if you're good, everyone will follow what you do. I entertain, and my family come to my events, you know what I mean? And they enjoy what I do because it's entertaining. If your people don't support you, then take that as a sign that maybe you're not there yet. Not saying you're not good, not saying you're not bad, but just say you're not there yet. People only support what they want to support. Never be offended what they don't want to support, though.
And you can tell us a comedian, you look chat, man. So
you got me on it. You said talk. Look who's talking. Alright, go.
Right, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below. Peace.
Oh, and don't forget to go onto my social media at Smash Entertainz with a Z. Smash Entertainz. Alright.